So we're finally to the final, which is kind of cool, of the women's competition in Madrid. So Barty and Sabalenka, they're facing off in the finals of the in the Madrid Open. Now, before I go into the details of the match, I have an announcement, and I made the announcement in the predictions I posted today, but I'm gonna make it again that in the Rome competition. So from Rome onward, I'm going to be doing a new system where I count like points. So what I will do is, whenever I get a prediction right, I will tally it. At the end of the month, I will have a spreadsheet that I'm going to post, and then you guys will be able to see how many I got right. So we'll have my accuracy rate for the month, and I will update every month. I will have a new accuracy rate, and I will also have my accuracy rate overall for all so far. So I'm gonna try and make it as fun as possible. I'm trying to make this prediction thing a little more fun for you guys so that you guys can enjoy it a little more. So I'm going to do it like that. But so we're gonna start from Rome. So when is June? I'm gonna post the table as well. From June, I'll post a table and the discussion post. There's going to be a table that will show you how my prediction rate is, and there'll be soon. Watch out for a video coming out about this. I'm going to make a video soon that's going to explain everything, so you guys will know how it is. I'm gonna show you how the table looks like, what it's gonna be. Anyways, let's get on with the analyzing. So they are facing off in the finals of the Madrid Open. There's a clay court, and both of them have played pretty well in the finals. So let's start with Barty. She first played in the first round against Rogers. She did well in that match. She won that match 6-2, 6-1. In that match, she won 93% of first serve points. So that was a good statistic, and she didn't concede any big points. So that match was pretty good. Then she had to play the qualifier Zidansek in the second round, and she needed 3 sets. That one was a tough grind. But she was able to win it in 3 sets, 6-4, 1-6, 6-3. And in that match, she hit 9 aces, so that was a good statistic from her in that match. She then played against, it was the battle of the Roland Garros champions in the round of 16. She played against Iga Swiatek in the round of 16, and she beat her in fairly comfortable fashion, 7-5, 6-4. In that match, she was good. She hit 6 aces, and she won 80% of points on her first serve, so encouraging stats from Barty. She then played against Kvitova in the quarterfinal, which was a good match. She needed 3 sets. It was a popcorn match. That match needed 3 sets, but she managed to do it 6-1, 3-6, 6-3. In that match, she managed to hit 6 aces, then she only scored 1 double fault, so encouraging stat from Barty there. And in the semis, she played Eghosa, who was the fairy tale, the Cinderella story of the tournament, because she defeated a lot of players. She defeated Sevastova, she then defeated Bencic, she defeated a bunch of players that were ranked above her, and she was playing in her home country, so a lot of people thought this match was going to go 3 sets, but Barty managed to keep it in straight sets, 6-4, 6-3. Ironically, the scoreline for this match was actually the same as the scoreline that they played, because Eghosa actually beat Barty in Charleston a month earlier around, so ironically, Barty won by the same scoreline that Eghosa won in Charleston, but it was 6-4, 6-3. In that match, she hit 6 aces, only 2 double faults, and now she gets to play Sabalenka, who's in really good form this week. So she's gonna have to be wary. Now, Sabalenka has had similar good results. Up until this year, she hadn't really been considered a good clay court player. Up until this year, she was more considered of a hardcourt player. But she surprised us in Stuttgart by making the final and even taking a set off Barty before losing in 3 sets. So she has been in good form, and she's been able to transfer her power game to the clay court, which is a good sign. It's a good thing to see, because now she's almost a threat on any surface. At first it was only hard courts, but now she's a threat on clay too, and possibly even on grass. She's now an all-court player at kind of. But let's go through her results. In her first match, she played Zvonareva, and she beat her easily, 6-1, 6-2. In that match, she converted 5 out of 9 breakpoint opportunities, so good stat from Sabalenka as well. She took at least most of her opportunities she got. She then played Kasatkina in the second round, and she beat her fairly comfortably 6-3, 6-3. Great match from Sabalenka. She wasn't so good. She scored 5 double fault, but still she was able to get it done fairly comfortably. In round of 16, she played against Pegula in the round of 16, and she beat her the same scoreline against Vonareva, the same scoreline, 6-1, 6-2. And in that match, she won 86% of points on her first serve. So that was a good statistic. She hammered 8 aces, which was another good statistic, and also converted 4 out of 5 break points. So great statistic from Sabalenka there. She then played Elise Mertens, and unfortunately, Mertens had to retire from the match when she was 4-0 down due to an injury, but still, some good stats. She converted 4 out of 4 break points, so 100% break point conversion, which doesn't happen often in tennis. So a good stat from her, because that means that she took all her opportunities she got at breaks. And she also won 88% of points on her first serve, so that's a good sign there. And in the semifinals, she played Pavlyuchenkova, who was another Cinderella story as well, because she had defeated numerous seeded players on route to winning. She defeated Pliskova, she defeated Brave, she defeated numerous players that were ranked above her, and she only dropped 1 set on reach of the semifinals, so she was in good form too in this tournament. But Sabalenka was able to beat her in straight sets, even despite Pavlyuchenkova leading her 1-0 in the head-to-head. Sabalenka was able to beat her in straight at 6-2, 6-3. So right now, Sabalenka is really in good form. She hasn't dropped a set. She's playing really well, and she hasn't been broken more than once per match, which is a good statistic because most WTA players tend to be there tend to be a lot of breaks in their match, but Sabalenka has been able to keep that down to minimum. She's only been broken once maximum in every match, and in 2 of her matches, she wasn't even broken. So that's a good sign for her. A good sign that she's playing really well right now, and she'll be confident because she has beaten Barty before. So she'll be confident that maybe she'll be able to do it with her new revised clay court game, because it looks like she's been able to transfer her power game over to the clay court as well. Now, let's go through their head-to-head now. So, Barty and Sabalenka, they have met 7 times, but Barty has the head-to-head 4-3. Their first meeting was in the Australian Open. Barty won that in 3 sets. In Wuhan, Sabalenka won it in straight sets. In a WTA event in 2018, Elite event, Sabalenka beat her 6-4, 6-4. On a hard court in the World Group, I think in 2019, Barty beat her 6-2, 6-2. In Wuhan in 2019, Sabalenka beat Barty 7-5, 6-4. In Miami, which was just recently this year, Barty beat Sabalenka 6-4, 6-7, 6-3. And in Stuttgart, on a clay court this year, it was a final. So it was the final that Barty won, where she won Stuttgart. Barty beat Sabalenka in 3 sets, 3-6, 6-0, 6-3. So Barty has been in really, really superb form so far. She has won a lot of her matches on the clay courts. She hasn't lost a lot this year. She's proven that even though people were complaining that, hey, she shouldn't be number 1 because she missed a lot of the season last year, she proved that that was no fluke, because she's proving that she deserves her spot at number 1. She's playing really well. She won the title in Stuttgart. She won Miami. She's playing extremely well, and she's transformed her good form for the hard courts this year to the clay courts. So she's playing extremely well. And Sabalenka too is also rising up. She was on an unbeaten streak. She was on a winning streak, dating from last year to this year, from the Australian Open last year to this year. She also has done well on the clay court. She made a final, which we didn't expect her to because her game wasn't really suited to the clay, but she's made it work. And now she gets to play Barty. So anyways, my prediction for this match, I think it's going to be Sabalenka winning. I know that Barty does have the edge in the head-to-head, but I think that, and Barty did win their only clay court meeting that happened last time in Stuttgart, because that's the only time they met on clay was in Stuttgart this year, and Barty won that. But I think Sabalenka would get revenge because she's been playing really well. She hasn't dropped a set, and Barty has been shaky at times. There's some times that she's been shaky. She's not really been, I don't want to say her best self, but she's been shaky. There have been some times that she's been playing that she's been shaky. She's not played, I guess, like, as well. Like, for example, against Zidane's set, she was a little shaky in that match. She also only won one game in the second set, which was a little worrying. And while she seemed to improve, I think that Sabalenka can do it. She's been playing really well. She hasn't dropped a set. I think it's going to be 3 sets this match, because I don't think that it's going to be a straight edge victory. Both of them are playing really well. But I think that Sabalenka has the edge due to her maybe being slightly less tired, so a little more fit. And also to her playing really well. She has not having dropped more than 3 games per set. In fact, in this whole tournament, she's not dropped more than 3 games per set. And she's only dropped to 17 games. She only dropped 17 games on route to the final. So she's playing extremely well now. So as a result, I think that she can win this. So actually, she only dropped 18 games. But besides, she's been playing really well. So my prediction here is Sabalenka to win this in 3 sets due to her extra fitness and due to also her playing extremely well now.